Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com, and we're here today at Spaces Gallery, and we're here with the artist Jeff Williams. Hey, Jeff.
How you doing?
Thanks for talking with us today.
Yeah, thank you for asking questions.
I understand that you don't want to be on camera, so we're going to do this by focusing on your artwork and having you talk to us about the artwork. Why don't you talk about this piece that we're looking at here?
Sure. The piece is titled Column, and it's basically two 20-foot lengths of 6-inch steel tubing, structural steel tubing, and the tubing's being compressed almost like a giant clamp around the wood column, which is the center of the space.
So these are very strong beams that are being squeezed together here. You can see it when you look at it from this angle, that they're actually being squeezed. So you're experimenting with not only how these things look or act, but how they change over time?
Yeah, it's very much about process and material, and kind of working with very specific elements within a given space.
I'm going to pan over and have a look at one of your other works here from a distance, but again, you've got these two screws and nuts that are squeezing this piece. This is a different type of metal on this one?
Yeah, this is much thinner. This is a 22 gauge sheet of cold pressed steel, and I've rolled it up into a cylinder and then clamped it with this makeshift clamping system.
And you'll come back in during the course of this exhibition and maybe tighten these down a little bit, is that?
Yeah. I'm hoping I can encourage maybe somebody to volunteer at Spaces, but the main idea for a lot of this work is that it looks static upon the first viewing, but in actuality, you're only kind of witnessing one moment in a transformation, a longer period of time, a longer duration. And so I'm hoping somebody will come in and either me or someone else clamp these things down over the 9 weeks.
You only have 4 pieces, and while we're on our way over, there's a piece right here that we could have a look at. This is really visually very interesting, and this is what, 2 different kinds of metal at work here?
This is a new product on the market. It's an extruded aluminum foam that's really interesting. And I took this over to the Cleveland Institute of Arts and torch cut it down, melted the aluminum foam, and then put it through this process, this electrostatic process, where it collected all of these fibers.
So it sort of magnetically attracted these fibers?
Through the process. The thing itself is non-ferrous. It's not magnetic at all. But that's how the effect happened.
These works are also very beautiful. I mean, they're visually stunning and very unique. Is that part of what you're going after as well?
Usually the visual component is somewhat incidental. It's more a set of actions, ideas, and materials that I want to see play out within a given space. Of course, visual things come into decision making, but it's not the primary goal.
So it's almost a performative kind of a work as well, because it changes over time.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's have a look at this fourth work over here that you have. This one is looking at it from back here. It's basically 3 different perspectives, I guess, on one I-beam, if you will, right?
Yeah. It's kind of playing with the periodic table as a source of inspiration. The top I-beam has gallium embedded into it and placed on top of it. And gallium is kind of an elemental enemy of aluminum. It keeps it from oxidizing and slowly breaks down, it slowly compromises its structure and strength. And so we have this component on top, which is changing over time, and then in the plexiglass vitrine, we have an I-beam that has not, been compromised, affected by the gallium. And then on the other side of this I-beam, there's a video projection of the same I-beam, kind of spinning in a limbo space, almost like a 3D model.
And that's not of this live. It's not a live shot. It's more of a video projection that's reflecting off of.
Yeah, if we walk around to the other side, you can film the bottom of it.
So it's actually projecting right onto this, and then reflecting off of that back to the wall. So here you're getting into, I guess, compressing time a little bit and seeing how things react over time, but in 3 different states.
Yeah, and also things that are kind of outside of time at a kind of like conceptual distance in terms of like the 3D model.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for taking time to talk with us. It's our first interview with someone off camera, so thank you, and welcome to Cleveland. I know you were born in the East Coast around Boston, and went to school around the Midwest, and now teaching at University of Texas in Austin, and back and forth at East Coast. So we'll look forward to seeing you back here in Cleveland again.
Thank you again. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Jeff. Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com. Have a great week in cool Cleveland.